And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
I was trying to type it in TNN Trap News Network. We back in action with another reaction video. Back in this thing. Like, crack in this thing, man. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content. We got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you can use. Now, Legito, you can't get to nobody's Legito. Hit the subscribe button. Become part of this Trapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. Stay tapped into the latest and the greatest of what we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you can use. Some knowledge you can't get in college, big dog. You already know the deal. Newest single, Something to Fuck On. It's out now. Get into that. You ain't got into that. Get into my newest single, Signature. No, that's not my newest single. Get into these honey signature cigars. That should be, I should do a single called Signature Cigars. That'd be fire. Don't worry about it. Get into these signature honey cigars. Shout out to CI, shout out to honey cigars. Get into these. You ain't got into these, man. Make sure you get into these. Sweet honey aromatic flavor, not intended for minors. Make sure y'all get into those wherever good tobacco products are sold. They have a better version of that brand that we don't talk about no more. So get into those. You ain't got into those. Get into these, man. Tasty Life resin, disposable cartridges, cannabis-derived terpenes, premium category 3 distillate. No pesticides, heavy metals like a rock band, no glucose, glycerin, MCT, VG, vitamin, or any other additives. 1,000 milligram cartridge with each one. Pow, get into that. You ain't got into that. You already know the deal. Sunday, May the 19th. That's not this week. That's next week. Don't worry about it because this week is Mother's Day. I'm laying on my hoodie. Then, like, never mind. Don't worry about it. Never mind. No Diddy. No Rat Run Honey. 3-finger hot dog water. Don't worry about it. Sunday, May the 19th, we give away $250, man. Drop a comment because the best comment between now and then will receive $50 cash up. The top comment between now and then will receive $150 cash up. And the winner of the live music review will receive a $50 cash up. You want to get registered, TRAPNEWS, NETWORX. If you don't stop biting my fucking bed frame, I swear to God, you little dog, I'm going to put you in your cage. I don't care about it getting called a Kindle. It's a cage. If you was in it, it'd be a cage. If you bite my bed frame, that is an expensive 100% oak wood bed frame. This is like your grandma bed frame. It's not like no cheap IKEA bed frame. This bed frame costs like $7,000. So just real quick, give me a second. I'm pressing my dog. Yeah, you better look like you're ashamed and disgusted with yourself because if you bite that bed frame one more time, I'm going to bite you. I'm not going to bite it for real, y'all. Just don't worry about it. But I'm making a point. It's just me and my dog. Don't chill out. Y'all think I'm talking to myself. Come here. Come here, Chupacabra. Come here. Come, Chupacabra. For those of y'all who think I'm playing, I do have a Chupacabra. Shout out to my Chupacabra. Her name is Six, and sometimes I hold her like a big baby. Six, look at her. She's just a Chupacabra. She's just a Chupacabra. Six, let him see you. Let him see. Six, let him see you. Chupacabra. I really do have a real life Chupacabra. So, that being said, she's just a baby. We don't let her look in the face, though, because we're not white. She already lives inside and already gets to have moments like this of being just a baby. But don't eat my bed frame, Chupacabra. Go lay down. It's my Chupacabra. She's getting heavy. We got some news from Paperboy News, man. We got Eddie Boy claims that the 60s knew Big U was no good. He spelled Big U, Y-O-U. Just the letter U. Don't worry about it. Names are hard. Yeah, names are hard. Don't worry about it. Eddie Boy claims the 60s knew Big U was no good, but left him alone because he was working for the feds. Eddie Boy just won't stop, man. He's hip-hop. You don't stop. We finish up into this content. No further ado, so don't spam. 3, 2, 1. Let's get to it.
Paperboy News, here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now, Wack 100 got Eddie Boy and 600 on his platform, and they chopped it up, and of course, they mentioning Big U again. So let's talk about it. Now, according to Eddie Boy, Big U ain't even a factor from his section, and nobody from the Rolling 60s likes him.
That's crazy considering the fact that Eddie Boy is never over there, but let's keep going.
He claims the only reason they let Big U come around is because they know that Big U works for the police. And if something were to happen to him in the Rolling 60s, the police gonna shut the whole Rolling 60s program down. That's when 600, who didn't even go to rest in peace, they Big G homie Pretty Boy's funeral, had the audacity to say that nobody from Rolling 60s wanted to take a picture with Big U at that funeral. But he's the last one to talk because he didn't even attend that funeral in fear that he was gonna get the DP of his life. That's when Wack 100, who's a Paru, gave his insights on what a Crip should think. And he said the reason why the Rolling 60 G homies didn't approach Big U is because he knows.
It's crazy, my bad, y'all. It's crazy how Wack can have any input or conversation about what Crips do, and he's not even welcome in his own neighborhood. That's full of bloods, but let's keep going.
Too much of what they did in the past, and if they try to boot him out the set, he might reveal it. Now Eddie Boy claims that Big U has too many indictments on him to be out here in the free world. Then Eddie Boy says Big U got picked up by the feds, and he never seen anybody get released that fast. When they put you in custody, they usually tend to hold you there, in which they try to pin up charges on you. Now 600 claims that Big U made a deal with the police that he's gonna try to take down as many Rolling 60 members as he can so he can get a reduced sentence. That's when Wack 100 said that's the only reason why Brick Baby's defending Big U is because he claims that he did something illegal and Big U caught it on camera and he's holding it hostage, waiting on Brick Baby to turn on him so he can reveal it to the police as well as social media. Now Eddie Boy said Big U's working with the police is because he's too old to be going back to prison. And he got a lot to lose now because he got a lot of money and his son's in the NFL. And Eddie Boy claims that Big U ain't doing all of this talking on social media is because he's trying to keep his name clean so he can still gain the trust from his homies from the Rolling 60s. That way when they share information with him because they trust him, you know, he's going to report that to the law. And to prove that point, that's when 600...
Eddie Boy just be saying whatever, bro. Eddie Boy is smoker, bro. That dude is a J-Cat. Smokerton.
Allegedly
Crack Headington
made allegations saying that Big U got a bunch of Rolling 60 members from Minnesota indicted. That's when Wack 100 said that Big U supposedly told him that they were always throwaways. Now Eddie Boy claims ever since him and Big U been little kids, he's always been a selfish mofo. And he claims that Big U never changed because when he got older, even if he don't like somebody, he'll put a jacket on them. That's when Eddie Boy recalled a situation where Big U got into it with somebody from Rolling 60s and he told everybody from Rolling 60s that guy's a rat, he's a snitch, and he's zesty. That's when Eddie Boy said everything about Big U is a lie, even the fact that he said that he joined the Rolling 60s in 1979, because according to Eddie Boy, he was there when Big U joined the Rolling 60s, and that was in 1984. Now Eddie Boy said what's done is done, and he ain't really tripping on Big U no more, but the main reason why he's mad at Big U is because of his little brother, which is also his little homie, Little Eddie Boy, who's locked up today. Now Wack 100 said the thing about him and 600 is when they put allegations on somebody, they got receipts for it. But what they need to pull the receipts out for is 600 sealed paperwork, as well as him proving.
Man, that's real, man. We still ain't seen nothing about that man's sealed paperwork. Eddie Boy, you got such an issue with rats with paperwork. Why your man snitch hunted and sealed his paperwork? Let us know about that, big dog.
Now he ain't CS2 back. And as far as Eddie Boy crying online, he needs to cut it out, because if he really from them streets, everybody knows if it's a person from the streets words against a police report which was written and documented by the police, no one's gonna believe the police. Now we gonna go down the line. Wack 100, first of all, don't even need to be speaking on Crip politics because Big U is a reputable from Rolling 60s Crip. He's a Paru at the end of the day. Then it's crazy how he's trying to make accusations that Big U been working for the police/feds, which he can't clear up his own name in accusations of everybody claiming that he's CS2 back and was responsible for getting a lot of people arrested. Now we gonna get into 600, who's a disgrace to all gang members all around the world. And he proved that if you go to school, stay in school. Because I never met anybody who got jumped in a gang when they was almost 30 years old. And this is the reason why. You see, you learn everything in life when you join a gang. Not saying you should join a gang, but if you win a gang, you should join around 14, 15, 16.
Not at like 43, like snitch hunting, then you're like 46 years old writing on walls at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But you gotta like take your kids to school later. It's wild.
You know, even 17. But when you join that late in your life, you don't understand the repercussions of consequences of when you run your mouth. You know, when you young and you get out of bounds or out of line or out of pocket, you usually get DP'd, or they usually call you to the backyard, you know, for a Thunderdome. But he ain't been to any Thunderdome. He ain't caught no face from no Rolling 60s, and you can tell by his behavior online. And as far as Eddie Boy goes, stop crying, man. You do the crime, you do the time. You're making all of these snitch allegations on Big U, but you an old ass man jumping online with 600 and another old ass man Wack 100 and snitching on Big U. Now I got a question for everybody. Because 600 claims that he don't like no rat or anybody that corroborates with the police if you're from the streets. So you guys tell me what's the difference between snitching on the police and snitching online for the whole world to see? Because I'm confused. I thought whenever you share any public information, whether it's to the police or on social media, you know, you snitching. Now, until I see OG reputables from Rolling 60s like Big Cat and them go on social media and say that Big U's banned from the Rolling 60s, that's when I'll believe them. But until then, you know, everything they saying is all hearsay. And as we all know, hearsay is not believable, nor does it hold any weight. But y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. It's Paperboy Newsstand. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. So shout out to Paperboy Newsstand, man. We ain't really learned nothing that we ain't already know, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more good content on this Paperboy Newsstand, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, become part of the Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. It all say tap in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network, man. Get into these signature honey cigars. Shout out to T.I. Shout out to signature honey cigars. Not intended for minors. Sweet, smooth, aromatic flavors. Honey, smooth, aromatic flavors. Get into those. If you ain't got into those, man, make sure y'all get into these. Tasty live resin, disposable cartridges, man. Cannabis-derived terpenes, premium category 3 distillate. No heavy metals like a rack sand. No pesticides, heavy metals like a rock band. No glucose, glycerin, MCT, vitamin E, or any other additives. 1,000 milligram cartridges come in each box. Get into that if you ain't got into that, man. We finna get up out of here to the next one. It's Free Avenue Angel until he's free, man. Make sure you hit that red dot, slide to the left, get some of the good chilliana so you can get registered by this live music review. TRAPNEWS, NETWORX. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We go.